sold my soul to the devil.
Yeah.
I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate. I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate.
Hi, Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday. Hey! That just blew out of my mouth and didn't even think about it because it's a Does It mix. So it's two beers touching tips. Speaking of tips, I don't know what's going on over there. I'm afraid to take that off. So, I am going to be mixing at least a year-old cherry stout from Bell's, weighing in at 7%. Thank you, Jim, the horny one himself. So I was only like 2 inches away and I still missed. And an Alpha Kings from Three Floyds. This was their Christmas porter from last year. So this is, well, yeah, it's more than a year old. And this one had an ABV of 6.66. They thought they were cool. It does have a cool bottle cap. I remember when I used to show that kind of shit, but nobody cared, so. Actually, I never even asked. I didn't care. Okay. Oh, this one's cool though. It has Joey's virginity on it. Okay. I suppose if I used the stupid gurgle thing, I'd be able to get both of them in there. Well, no, I determined that was like, wasn't 24 ounces, it was like 23 and a half ounces. My goodness. It's a nice set of eyes she has. I'm just going to do some, heavy calculations here. The cherry stout is probably, well, I guess it does have the potential to be darker than, because the other one's just a porter. And if anybody hears my blow-off valve go off, I picked up Mike from work to bring him home, and he said, "Hey, let's go get conies." So, conies, and then we sat. We did a hymn in my vehicle. We sat and had a few beers, waiting for the conies to hit. Okay, so it's very dark. So you got gym mode, Firefly. Sorry. I want the meatiest part there. So, Firefly, low, medium, high, and turbo. So it's it's like my ex-wife. It's so fucking destructive that even light can't escape. I I can't say it overly smells good, nor can I really tell you what it smells like. Cherry. I think I'm still getting some of the cherry. Wow, this has... I can't remember if I like this or not. Three Floyds for me is a mostly miss. It's a Christmas porter brewed with English chocolate malt, Mexican sugar. So what? It snuck into the bottle. Tons of strange American hops. They actually both smell relatively the same, and this yet smells completely different. So we're just going in. Cheers. Well, I don't know which one of the two of these was fairly little like a malty chocolate on the end. Kind of a dry cherry. For the most part, it is a mix of how each of them tastes on their own, in their own blended kind of a way. I've never really been a fan of the Bell's Cherry Stout. I never really thought it had a real... I always thought it should be like a sweeter, like a chocolate cherry, or I don't know. And kind of sucks because I like a lot of things from Bell's. Bell's is, hey, we regret to inform you that we had to pull your thumbnail for your video because it contains nudity. They don't let you actually write anything anymore. I guess they didn't like what I used to write, especially when they said that the arm ticket hasn't injured a single person. I mean, other than a shit ton of athletes and people on live TV getting the arm ticket and then punching out. And of course, the most recent ending of my other channel was saying that Trump won. Of course, now I just laugh in the fact that he incited an insurrection. Oh, really? I must get like a strange feed that all these cunty libtards don't get. Well, it's quite obvious that oh, really? You know, here's one of the ways that I know that there was no insurrection. There was nobody with firearms. If it was a fucking insurrection, don't you think somebody, I mean, other than the FBI and the police, you know, the FBI that were in plain clothes inciting the whole thing? Oh yeah, that's right. That didn't take place either, even though I've actually seen interviews with people that said that they were hired to do that, including is it a senator or a congressman? Congressman? A guy running to be a congressman said that he was actually hired to, but, you know, it's okay. Shit. I just make all this stuff up. First is Jay Doggian saying first. Then Richoff says cheers. All. Not just cheers. Cheers. All. Then Salty said naked first. Multi-Gunman says naturally naked must always come first. And Mr. 27 says naked last. J-Dog is here at home. Well, I can tell you one thing. He's not here. Cold-hearted bastard, 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Then on his other channel with 2 additional shots. Then Brad, I wish that I would fall the first time I put it in. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, fail. I wish that it would fail the first time I put it in. Jolson, we need more cowbell. I got a suppressor on my cowbell. Gun Glutton, Smile Money is as cool as summer school. Smile Money said, I never had the pleasure of needing to go to summer school. I must have missed something amazing.
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
You're fake news. Listen, you're fake news. You're fake
Level
news.
DEFCON 5.
Bad evenings, Captain. Evening, my brother. Cold-hearted bastard says, G3. Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and whoever else they can come. Joe Perici, he was a good one. G3 is a hit. Den, at least you stopped eating all the Lindbergher cheese down there, talking about Matt's grandpa's story about eating. I have an unopened. That Lindbergher that was down here. I know it was brought up that Lindbergher stays good forever. Well, it had turned into another life form, so I had to adios it. But I have now. That stuff was pretty rank. That was some pretty good stuff. I have some of the stuff that I can buy locally, which sadly they had a whole bunch of it and sold it all out. Brought in a bunch more and sold it all out. I know because I bought at least 4 of them, and the last half a year, none. But I have a thing of it. The last one that I purchased, and then I put it in a vacuum sealer bag and sealed it and put it in the refrigerator. So I'm probably okay to drive. Poco, in response to what you just sent me at this time, yeah, I've been there, done that, and I've had scenarios like right now. If I wanted to do drugs, I got veins all over the place. I mean, I can think about Matt's sister, and I can just pop one. Just kidding. But one of the times that I was in for one of my extended stays, I think it was during the cancer thing, or maybe it was the pneumonia. That was fun. They blew so many attempts that they finally had to go find the resident expert to come in and start one. They had fucked up so many times, and I was like, could you just like go somewhere? Can you use like my eyeball or something? I really want you to stop sticking needles in my arms. And again, you guys as brothers, remember, always, I mean, if anybody's got some bad health shit I mean, even if it's not health shit, I mean, just endless life bullshit. McCoy. If you would like, you can let me know, and I'm happy to put forth the power of prayer. Do I go to church on Wednesdays and Sundays? Fuck, I don't go at all. But doesn't stop me from not believing in a higher power. Not to mention when we get together and we channel the energy. So, as always, Poco's going through some shit. I'd like everyone to keep him in your prayers. Don't go to the light, Poco. Whatever happens. It's a trick. Trust me. My grandma fell for it. Mike Moore, cheers. Cheers, Mike. What, out of nowhere, you just decided to comment more often? Bad. Did that fingernail fall off yet? Sharky said shouldn't be too much longer. Well, right now it's... No, it's still attached. I mean, I know it's sort of taped on. Nice. So, I just thought this was interesting. I have 4. And when I say I am the curator for 3 M&Ps. And one of them is mine. And I just thought it was interesting that Joey's was the smallest one. And not even the biggest caliber. Joey, here's the funny thing, Joey. Joey's like, if it's okay, I wouldn't mind leaving a handgun and a knife and some mags and some ammo at your place. That way, whenever I'm there, I have something to carry and protect myself. Okay, but Joey, just as a matter of math, Sharky, who doesn't even fucking live in this country, has been here as many times as you. On the other hand, Sharky did want me. I should have just did it, Sharky, because that was back when I had a job and it was more explainable. I should have bought that the VP9 that was on sale, or even a VP9 Tactical, whichever one you would have wanted. Maybe like the VP9 that was Coyote Brown, something a little bit different. Either way, he wanted to have one, something to leave here that was his, and then when he was here, he could enjoy it when he was here. I don't know. I mean, technically, here's the funny thing, Sharky, is you could own as many fucking guns as you want and leave them here, which you can't do in your own country. But I realize the Smile Money would be fast to point out that you would probably get here and shoot them more often than I say go to the range, but that is a different story. So Joey's is a 40C for compact, and he leaves, I don't remember what these are. These Barnes? Look like Barnes. Barnes, which is a, like, you're not going to see anything, Sharky. So. Then we step up a little bit, and we've got NIHAP's M&P 9, which is definitely bigger than Joey's. But here's something I thought was really interesting, is both of these guns have a holster, And evidently Joey didn't get one special. I always thought this was like somehow special, because when I went to go see where NIHAPS would stop, realized that this is actually the length for the full size. So that means the two of you actually have shareable holsters. What I do like about Joey's is Joey's has that the claw on it, so it helps to when you're wearing it, it helps to push the gun out just a little bit more while it's on your side. Then we okay, so Joey's holster works for Christine's M&P 10. It just pokes out a little bit, but still works. So if Christine were to use Joey's holster, she'd be raw dogging it a little bit. And then last but definitely not least, and you can tell by all of the accessories that I'm overcompensating for the fact that I'm Irish and have a little tiny penis. So then there's mine, which I guess there's one way to find out. I guess if I really wanted to carry my performance center, I would be able to with Joey's holster, but I would be doing unnecessary wear on the end of my barrel, which I don't really like holsters that the end of your gun sticks out, and it would need a minor modification because it's actually stopping on the Holosun. There would need to be, like if this was like my only option, like the world ended and I have no idea how to make a Kydex holster or any holster for myself, I would have to trim Joey's holster a little bit to work with this particular setup. Did it return to 0? No, it did not. At least I think this one I had set. And I know, depending on what distance that you figure it for, obviously it changes, but it's it needs to be walked that way. That would be if I was to critique these at all, that'd be about the only thing, is that and depending on the gun, it actually feels pretty solid on this, but it did move a little bit and would have to be reset. On the other hand, I carry the shit out of this, and it's not perfect. And say It's not perfect, but I touched it, and all of a sudden it was perfect. I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as saying the Baldor Mini is a novelty, but I do notice that they can move just a little bit, and one of the things that I don't quite understand is that there is actually, and I don't know if see, I got that on there pretty tight on this thing. I can't tell. It actually seems like it moves between its base and the laser, not between the gun. See, right now it's just almost perfect. One of the ones, and I don't know if it's the one on. If it's the one that's on that now. I had it on something else. Oh, and it was on the, it might be the one that's on the, excuse me while I whip this out. One of them was loose on the gun that I had it on, and you would figure when the lever is thrown, so there's no tension on it, you can just tighten up that screw just a little bit until you get it to close down on the rail tightly. Yeah, this one doesn't move at all, and this one is actually almost perfect. I haven't had to bring your XDM to work yet, day. So, yeah, one of them. That's funny. That's actually. This is the laser that has seen the most use, though. It was on the. It was on the other VP9. For what, over a year? So I don't know if that's, I don't know. Kind of like Sharky told me. Stop being a whiny bitch. When it wears out, needs to be replaced, just get a goddamn another one. Okay, sorry. But true. Multi-Gun Man, I don't watch the NFL, so I don't know who Taylor Swift is, but he sounds pretty fast. Miss 27 said he is. That's right. Taylor, he is fast. He's swift. It's funny. I don't know if I thought it was... I thought I was kind of disappointed to hear that the Super Bowl not only was the most watched Super Bowl in history, it's also the now record holder for TV shows of any kind. Over 100 million people tuned in, and I don't know if that means if you were channel surfing and for a second you passed by that channel, it logged you in as a watch, or how long you had to watch. But all I know is they got no login time from me whatsoever. I told Christine, I said, well, there's a side of me that kind of wants to, I used to watch solely for the commercials, but the last time I even tuned in for the commercials, I don't know if it was last year, 2 years ago now maybe, the commercials sucked. So There is one I want to see though. I guess JFK Jr. or whatever took a lot of heat from the family for a video running with his dad, imagery of his dad in it. It's like his own family is like, oh, it's just terrible, it's just disrespectful. And so they said that he put up an apology, but like 24 hours after he put up the apology, I guess it was still available to watch the commercial on his X feed. That'd be the way I'd do it. Oh, you're offended? Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's my heartfelt apology. I was just like, oh. Poco, YouTube messed me out of all of my comments yesterday. There must have been some good ones. It's Poco Local Day. Mike says, cheers, bro. Cheers, Mike. Cobra says, fart 4. F4. F4 is a hit. Mike, if you have worked on a farm or a ranch as long as I have, you would hate cowbells as well. Train whistle. Okay, hell, I can get behind that. You guys fucking remember that I even have one of those? I have a bugle. My favorite personally is the train whistle. Let's get in on this. I'm gonna cow whistle the fuck out. Oh, Matt, did you jizz on this thing? EMT rail fan. Look at my McLaren. And my butt. Mike, high point 10mm with a threaded barrel pistol and a carbine. Great package. Yeah, that is no, I won't argue that at all. Not only is the thing like $250, $279, it comes with a threaded barrel. You will not wreck it. And no matter what happens to it, you just literally put it in a box and send it to them, and then they will send you a brand new one. Or fix it. Or in my case, a brand new one because it was blown up. No question asked, warranty. So you've got to know you've turned out a pretty decent product if you're willing to stand behind it forever. Or maybe you just think people like my brother-in-law are all going to go, yeah, they're not going to take care of this. This was fucking blowing up. Hold my beer and watch this. God damn, man. They make a Glock. They make a Glock with a dumbbell hanging off of it seem light. Their triggers are the absolute. I mean, the carbine. I heard the carbine's not as bad. I mean, I don't know if there's a way that you. I don't know if there's such. I don't know. Maybe I should right now. Smile Money's Googling it, or at least YouTubing it. Well, I would have gotten pulled down because YouTube is a bunch of woke fucks that they just rather people were living dangerous as opposed to people that, could properly show them how to do firearms related stuff, reloading. Oh, but no. When a liberal government runs your business. You just do what they say to do. Right, YouTube? You woke pieces of shit. By the way, Trump won. And I will never ever get an arm ticket to ride. Yeah. That natural immunity is a bitch, ain't it? Looks like the last chick that McLean dropped off at the bus stop. Sticky broke, fucking confused. Rich, mark me up as a cowbell tolerator. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I do find it amusing, as my old previous cowbell experience was with cows wearing them on my grandfather's farm. Spot money. The only way to cowbell is to hold it tightly and beat it with a drumstick. I remember that skit. More cowbell! McLean, sorry for being short with you, Eric. I'm on my monthly. It's like the elevator scene in The Shining up in this mug. Oh, God. And the thing is I just saw that. I didn't see The Shining, which I thought I had seen. And it turned out that it was a completely different show. Sort of. It was Next Player? Steven Spielberg. Enter Next Player. Something, I don't know. Something Next Player. It was kind of like, sort of like a redone version of Tron. It was actually pretty good, but there was a lot of good music in it, a lot of 80s music in it, and there was the whole scene at the lookout from The Shining, right down to the doors opening and McLean's fucking period flowing from them. I don't know. When's a chick ever have that look when she's like standing out? She's listening to the cowbell and she's fucking ripping off her clothes going, ah! You know, the one thing I always wanted is I wanted a scenario where I could have a driveway leading up to a really nice garage and have some classic gas pumps. Like the old style ones with the big top, and you light them up. There's actually a... Sorry. My bad. Oh, my. It's actually, if you head out to go... Well, actually, take that back. It's my mom's old house. Now she's living in Daddy Todd's house, and, you know, when something happens to her, the house will just go back to him, and my sister will get no inheritance. God. Oh, man. Bet you those taste great. Jolson says J9. Oh, I see we're going to walk back up the hill. J9 is a miss. Sharky says to him, I hope the game lasts long enough for you to march around the field. Have my doubts, though. Wade, I'm surprised every time I win anything. No bumps on this ass. Wow. Well, I have won the lottery of life. I cannot complain. Yeah, I would... Right now, the only thing I'm worried about is making the right decision on pursuing, trying to be self-employed, because I do happen to agree with Christine. She goes, I absolutely hope that you could make something like that work, because your freedom for your hours and being able to take care of this, that, and the other thing has been a big plus. So, I mean, she's just happy because I am the kitchen bitch. So by the time she has put in her long ass day supporting my loser fuck self, that is a solid wall color. I have dinner ready for her, and the house is nice and clean, and except for the basement. The basement would fucking scare a hoarder. I mean, I spent 2.5 hours or so yesterday. Didn't even look like I did a goddamn it. And today I spent almost 4 hours. And I managed to unbury the table saw and the router table that were kind of behind you. I told Sharky, I said, yeah, after 4 hours, I basically managed to get to something you never knew was even down here. And I don't want it. I don't want it in my garage. I told Matt, I said, I'll put this shit in your garage. He goes, you know what? We should try to figure out some kind of a knick-knack, a widget or something that we could make and sell and make money. I'm all for that. Like wooden silencers or something like that, huh? How many shots before that bitch burns up? Hey, we won't call it a silencer. We'll call it fire starter. This is how you prep it to start your fires. Okay, it's ready to go. There you go. It's just fire starter. Fucking, I mean, in the America that our founding fathers left for us, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We have been under a tyrannical government practically since, I don't know, by the time the first president was in there, the second president, I don't know. It's all just fucking smoke and mirrors. It's the fucking Wizard of Oz. You are living under a direct, you call it whatever you want, but no matter how free we think we are in the United States, we are not free at all. I mean, you can't, in most places, you can't even fucking collect water to use on your garden without violating some kind of a something. So, to stand here and say, oh, well, it's best that we don't have large capacity magazines, and oh my God, it's, how could you even argue with that ass? I mean, how could you even argue with full auto? Oh, easily. Fuck you. I should have them. I want them. And it makes me erect. And, to tell you what, if I want one, I'm not even going to bother asking you. I'll just do what I do. Because I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bet you McLean would eat that ass. I mean, not like, I don't know, whatever that was. Matt Davis, I pick beer. It's the breakfast of champions. God damn, I knew there's a reason that I love Matt Davis. I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I'm probably, maybe, somewhat, could possibly, yeah, sorry, I crossed my mind, have a Bloody Mary for breakfast tomorrow. Oh, McLean, watch her eat that muffin. I'm picking up David J. fucking Brown, and meeting my mother up at Big Daddy's for breakfast. Me, Dave, and my mommy are gonna have breakfast at Big Daddy's tomorrow. I didn't want to have. She doesn't know this, but I didn't want to have to drive all the way out to her house to give her that calendar. So I figured, let's meet for breakfast. I actually might buy. Maybe I'll buy for all of them. I mean, David usually has 2 pieces of toast, and then orders 2 containers of butter, and then his coffee. My mom's the wild card in all this. She believes in leftovers and taking shit home with her. Matt Davis? Yep. And then Matt Davis says J, as in juvenile delinquent, 2. J2. J2 is a misdemeanor. Breakfast bar's open. Then Matt Davis, being one of them funny guys, says more cowbell. Then he says more Matt. Oh, Jesus God. We'll get back to that cowbell in a second. It's going to feel like about 1/100th, you know that thing. Has gone by since we left, but it's really been over an hour, because the first call was Christine, and then the second call was my little Sammy Poo. But during all of that, I had a non-Joey moment. Sorry. Why did the Olight come with 2 key sets? That's because there's the 1913 size slot right there, Joey. And then there's the, I whipped this out. As it turns out, Springfield is the Glock style key slot. And the old lights, doesn't make a difference if you get the Valkyrie with the, maybe it's all of their products, because I only have one of their flashlights left because I gave one to Matt, but they come set up for Glock-like, which means as a default or a fail positive, it will work, but it's not going to lock up as smooth as if you use a 1913 and a 1913 slot. Duh. So, as it turns out, HK and Smith & Wesson both use the 1913, so I swapped out the keys while talking to Samantha, and then realigned the laser in both that and the HK. Not having to worry about doing that in the Springfield. And then I made up my lunch. I have not tried this yet. This is the Jeremy Pre-Done Death recipe with the filthy. So I have a little Tabasco, a little bit of A1 steak sauce. I used I used 1 shot of the pickle vodka and then 1 shot of my spicy. And then this is a Colorado seasoned Bloody Mary stick from Superior Meats. So I don't want to get McCline all turned on. We'll just start with the drink. Well, Jeremy, it did not make it worse. And then to make bad happy, we have some skewers with Swiss cheese and olive, and this is actually a pepperoni stick. Tomcat, this is just for you, baby. I love the chefs. Let me drizzle my meat. Personal favorite. Big, curvy. Looks a lot like someone in my past. Smile money. Oh, Eric, those rig drawings changes were decades ago. Let's move on. The effort would be nearly impossible to duplicate today with YouTube policies, PayPal stupidity, dwindling view counts. You know, personal favorite. We have actually been considering doing another old-fashioned AR giveaway. Really wondering how many people would show up to that party. But of course, Smile Money, you know that it's going to be rigged. Because evidently, from what I've been told, they all are. Mr. 37th Brew Bomi Brew Reviewer here. Smile Money. What? No cheap lawnmower beers for you? You gave up working out of doors. No, I gave up working outdoors for somebody else. Well, I want to do it on my terms. Hey, why bake in the sun for 8 hours when you can do it for 2? She kind of freaks me out, man. She kind of looks like well, I know she's got titties, but a flat-chested version of Connie Carter. You pro-level people know who she is. That chick is like, it's like from here to here is like I don't know, like a foot, but from her hips to the ground was like 10 feet. Mr. 27 says, all accounted for, that's all. Then he says, beer. Then he says, I said cowbell, now do it, or you don't like beer. Okay, fine. In 3, in 2, Oh, sorry, I jumped the gun. In 2, in 1. Maybe what I need to do is grab the drumsticks. Do. Miss 27. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Sharky. He liked Brubomi broomstick collection. He was from Holland. The end. And he says, Sharky says, kisses. Yeah. It's not just for dinner. Miss 27, new cowbell rule. Every time someone says,
Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden!
you have to call or have to ring the cowbell.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Yeah. Then he says, oh, mommy knockers. And say we gotta be getting ready to wind around first and wind around third and head for home. I don't know, I got ahead of myself. Sharky, cheers all. Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels intro. Nice, fantastic movie. Also, fantastic intro, babe. Read more button. Ed's SKS, such a sweet shooter. Oh. That rifle, it's almost like there's something wrong with it. Like you shoot AK and then shoot Ed's rifle side by side. You'd never think it was the same damn round. Wake up, baby! Your daddy's here. Sharky, like the MCK chassis, but the full aluminum K-post chassis are 1,000 times better. Yeah, and about that in price. Because if I could afford one of those, I'd have one of those. It'd be a good comparison video. Maybe I'd get more than 100 views. You get more than 100 views right now. Sharky, I don't get why it's called football. Feet are hardly even involved touching the ball. And the ball isn't a ball. Sharky, 4415. Good to see the power bank swings both ways. Charging through the wire is more efficient than wireless version, just in case you actually would need it in an emergency. Hope those girls swing both ways too. Wow. You're from Holland? Ways. I want to say the second I clicked on that, they went away, but I do like her more, but I like the fact that I don't see any tattoos on her. See now, Sharky, the wireless version has to be a huge positive for, I don't know, the battle box. Curran, he said, you know, like some of the whatever those piece of shit phones are, have like some kind of a steel ring or something, and it's made for mounting different kind of mounting brackets. and so that the wireless device would stick right to it, and then you'd be able to go about your day without worrying about that falling off. Yeah, of course, all of the streaming services are going the same way that Netflix and Hulu is going. If you try to share your password, we're just gonna fucking delete you and your account. And after all, it didn't work, because after Netflix did it, they made more money the following month than less. Just like in government, people weren't pissed off, they bent over. And, did that thing. CGI for foreheads too small. Sharky. Foxtrot 6. F6 is a hit. And that one is sunk. Ooh, Sharky putting blood in the water times 3. And 5328, I hope she's from Holland. The new VP9 might be worth it. Ass. I wonder if she's from Holland. I bet she is. And yes, the new VP9 is awesome. Not that there was anything wrong with the old one. Sharky, SH, didn't realize my last comment was seconds away from seeing Keith Richards calling out Chuck. What is this? Battle of the Mummies? Last comment. Well, this isn't going to do me any good. I'll say 3 minutes ago, more like almost 2 hours ago, Spot Money says the handheld pre-dawn short version Canadian A pirate R. I see 200 unicorns in your future. And evidently he's drinking. Okay, where do I put these? Mixing. I think I like the cherry stout more than I like the two of them mixed together. And I don't know. I was thinking about mixing this with a little bit something different. When I found this one, I went, oh, this could be interesting. I would say in this particular case, they're both better each on their own. And I think the Bell's Cherry Stout was probably better than this one and better than them mixed together. Okay. In the club. Salty, cheers, naked clubbers. Mr. 27 sub-comment, I am a clubber, but not naked. She's partially naked. Rich Huff says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Jolson, Two-Hearted Sunny Slopes Club needs more cowbell. You got enough. Mr. 27 sub-comment says, 100% agree. You can... No. Mike says, SH finishing up the video. Mr. 27 says, brew club time. And last is Smile Money saying, cheers, clubbers. Okay. There you go. That's it. Tomorrow, probably earlier, but I will have been other than doing breakfast with David J. fucking Brown and my mom. I will be spending the day down here. So when I finally lose my sanity, I'll hang out with you guys. So cheers.